total of 17 years of experience in SAP, PS, PPM, CPM, and CO modules. So,
You're not audible, Vinod. It's very low.
am I audible now?
Yeah,
Is it
sometimes
okay?
it goes very down.
Okay, now am I audible clearly?
Yeah, you are, you are.
Yeah. So today we'll go with the agenda. So this is our agenda, like what is a commercial project management, and there's a landscapes. There we're going to use this commercial project management. Under that we have a sub models called as an SAP project workspace, SAP financial planning, okay, CPM project issue and change management. Okay, so these are our agendas. We'll go one by one what exactly in that. Okay, so before we start into the SAP CPM, okay, so CPM is come under the suite, business suite, which is called a enterprise portfolio and project management. So earlier there was a different suits. Now in S4HANA, whenever you try to take any license or if you wanted to implement this CPM, so it will be coming under the enterprise portfolio and project management, which is nothing but a one sort of in a business suite. Under that business suite, we have a 5 different modules. One is on a portfolio and project management. Another one is your commercial projects project management. Another one is SAP PS. Then we called as a project collaborations or a innovation management. Then there is a connector. So if you wanted to do the some sort of a connection between the any third party, say like a Primavera or a MS projects, then that is called a EPC, Enterprise Project Connections. Okay, so these are the 5 different models. Whenever you going to introduce this EPPM, Enterprise
Hi
Portfolio.
Vinod, good evening.
Yeah, hi Narayan, good evening. How are you doing?
How about you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so just we have started. Right. So this is our enterprise portfolio and project management. So whenever you're going to implement the CPM, it is a part of the enterprise portfolio and project management. Now, SAP PS is a like it is an inbuilt license and all, but rest all like your commercial project management or the portfolio and project management or this innovation management, or maybe if you wanted to integrate with the any third party like SAP Enterprise Project Connections, you have to take a separate license for that. Okay? So this is not coming the free of cost of those licenses. Only SAP PS will come under the licenses part, but rest all we have to pay the licenses. Whatever models is required as per your business requirement, you can go and implement this. Any questions on this first slide?
Actually, like I believe SAP Project Enterprise Project Connection has become old now, right? There's something called PIF or something like that, na? Which has come in place.
Sorry, not getting. Can you repeat once again?
I'm
That
saying
ECP.
Enterprise EPC has like been very they are discarding EPC rather than they are bringing something called PIF or something like that, na? I don't remember the interface or something like that for third party.
Still it is there. Project connection still it
Okay.
is there. Either you can go with the BTP platform, or you can say the net connections, netware connections. Okay, or through CPI also you can do that.
Okay.
Still it is the enterprise product connection is there. Still they have not disconnected. Okay, because if you're integrating with the Primavera projects, so it is very helpful. Otherwise, if you have a BTP platform, then it is easy to use that. Otherwise, you can
BTP.
BTP.
Okay. Business Technology Platform. So that does the same work as EPC?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Not only for it can be useful for the any other, like if you have a Ariba platform, or maybe if you have any Salesforce integrations like third party, or maybe Primavera, like these kind of an application, or nowadays this timesheets also we have a different type of a type sheets, right? Version 4, version 5 also is coming. name. So version 4, if you wanted to implement a timesheet, then you need a BTP platform,
Okay.
right? So from that also you can do. Still it is there. It is not yet disconnected. Maybe they go into planning and they're going to disconnect. So NetWear is one more new business. NetWear is one more client they have introduced, but that is an cost point of view. Still that is a bit expensive. So people has to go with either a BTP platform, or if you have a only MS projects or a Primavera, then they can go with this project connections.
But NetWeaver again, like people are going for Fury rather than NetWeaver, right?
No, it is a Fury. That is that NetWeaver is nothing but your business application NetWeavers, not like that older one. It is all the Fury integrations only.
Okay, fine.
So these are the 5 different models. So we're going to discuss the commercial project management. Okay, so do you guys have any idea what is exactly the commercial in layman terminologies? Any idea?
Basically used to manage customer projects, planning the customer projects, basically, right?
Correct. Okay, so SAP commercial project management has a wide varieties. Like it can provide you multiple scenarios. Say like you can do the pre-selling activities, you can do the planning in terms of your financial as well as the schedulings. You can do the execution process. You can do the monitorings. Okay, and you can also do the some sort of a control links. Okay, whatever the actual data is coming from the S4, from that also you can do the control. So it can be utilized to the multiple projects. Let's say like anything like a professional services, or maybe in engineering and construction kind of in a businesses if you have. Okay, then this kind of in a commercial project management is very useful. Apart from that, you can also use for the operational projects as well as the your capex kind of in a projects. But mostly we try to use as a professional services as well as the any engineering and construction. Especially I can say engineering and construction, it is very helpful. Okay, so under that, the typically like you do the some sort of any pre-sale activities. After the pre-sales activity has been approved by the various stakeholders, then you do the some sort of any detail levels of plannings and all. Once this plannings and everything was done, then you're going to create a one operational project in SAP PS, or maybe a C projects, or maybe a Primavera, or maybe MS projects. Later on, whatever the financial plannings you have been done or a scheduling plannings you have been done, that you're going to transfer, then you do the execution process and you do the monitoring and controlling. This is a typical life cycle of the any of the your projects. Correct? Maybe not only for the SAP point of view, if you're taking the any other project management tools also, everything they try to do. But here the one advantage we have that you can do some pre-sales activities also. All your bill of quantities, okay, that you're going to define into the your workspace, the which is nothing but your master projects. Then you do the all sort of those plannings. After that, it will go to the billings. So billings is all your it can be integrated with any third party, maybe a Salesforce or maybe Salesforce CPQ. Like that, we have a different tools we have, or directly you can integrate with the your S4 contracts also. Once it has been approved and all, then you can create your operational projects. Okay, so if you wanted to integrate like any third party, so you can go with the EPC connections, or you can implement the BTP platform or a business net viewer clients. That is also feasible. If you wanted to, so if you have this kind of a requirement, you can go. Otherwise, you can create with the S4HANA, and based on that, whatever the financial plannings with respect to your project systems, along with the other logistical platforms, maybe sales and procurement, that you're going to integrate. This is a very high level information I'm just giving. Okay. But if you go to the in detail, then we're going to see what are the financial plannings will come, what are the integration points. So we have to discuss all in details. This is a very high level information I'm just giving. Okay, any doubt on this screen, this slide?
The planning from cost
Yeah.
planning, revenue planning can also be transferred from PS to CPM, or only it is from CPM to PS?
No, we can transfer from CPM to PS, vice versa. Even from Primavera also you can transfer. Mostly we try to do the sort of a planning in commercial only because we are doing the pre-sales activities and everything under our CPM. Okay. Once everything, every stakeholders get approved, then we transfer this data to our any further downstream system. It can be PS or maybe Primavera or MS projects or any other system, maybe AC projects like that.
And what is there in the pre-sale activities, like inquiry quotation type of things are there here?
No, no, it is not like inquiry quotations and all. We have to define the one bill of quantities. Like it is like in a structure only. In the structure, you're going to define whatever the your pre-sales activities you try to do. Maybe if it go for the any implementation kind of any projects, right? So you're going to define in which phases what you're going to do and what is the your revenue plannings, what are your cost plannings. Because of that,
Oh,
these many resources, these many procurement cycles, or maybe other parameters, maybe travel expenses, these kind of a things will come, right? All of the structural level, you have to do those plannings, okay? And these plannings will be approved by the various stakeholders.
okay,
Or else,
thanks.
if you have any other system like pre-sales activities, especially for the uh, sales force, if you wanted to integrate with the sales force, that is also possible. There are a lot of things we have to give the discounts. With a lot of pre-sales activities will be involved uh, in this commercial project management. Okay, not only for the pre-sales, you can do for the financial plannings. You can do the execution and monitoring and controllings. So if there is a different system for the pre-sales activities, that you can keep it as a different system, and you can perform the other planning activities in terms of the operational projects. Correct. Once you analyze everything has been done, then you're going to transfer your data to the any operational projects. Later on, you're going to execute, and whatever the execution process is going on, everything will come and sit to the one single dashboard. We're going to discuss all those things. Yeah? So digitizations are nothing but your digitization of project management process with the SAP commercial project management. So as I said, like integration with the project cost planning. So it is a one single source of a tool, okay, where you're going to display the all your project activities, okay, including your financial plannings, including your any risk assessments or any documents, any statuses, everything you're going to see under the single dashboards. Apart from that, you can do the real time of a project forecastings. Okay, the project forecasting, we have a different type of any forecastings. Okay, it can be a day to day or monthly basis or a quarterly basis or yearly basis based on the your plannings, based on the actuals. Okay, you can perform whatever the baselines you have. Based on that, also you can perform your forecastings. Okay, in terms of maybe actual postings you are getting. Based on that, you can calculate your ETC values or EAC values and all. After that, you can do the maybe your financial plannings, whatever the financial council system, and maybe from FICO, okay, maybe from the your PM objects, maybe your PP objects. From that also you can do the your forecastings. Okay, so we have a different type of an plannings methodologies. Okay, based on the your workbooks. What is the workbooks and all? I'll take it. So there you can do the all type of your forecastings, okay, based on the your business requirements. It can be real time basis or it can be whatever the financial plannings you have. Based on that, you can do the your forecasting. Now, what is the single access to the all the project relevant data? Like it is also the integrated view of all the aspects of your projects. Okay, so it is a one single dashboard where you can with respect to these projects, you can do the whatever the billing activities you have been performed. Okay, what is the procurement cycles you have been performed? What is the cost planning you have been performed based on the different versions? Then you have a risk assessment. Okay, the risk cycles or maybe a risk impacts or risk registers, everything will become under the single dashboard. And based on that, you will get some bar charts and the pie charts along with the any change managements. Okay, in this also you're going to do the any change management. If my SOW is going to change, so what exactly the changes has been happening? Okay, who done the changes and what is that value? Who approved? Okay, approval process will also be come into the internal as well as an external. External is nothing but your vendors or as well as your customers, because SOW they have to sign, right? So they have to approve the your system. Okay, okay, these are the changes is happening into my SOW, and this is my cost implications or maybe revenue implications. Based on that, you're giving us some data to the your vendors or maybe customers. Okay, they will approve also. If you wanted to give those kind of an information to them, it will trigger the one mails and all. Once they approve, it will come and sit to your system. Okay, apart from that, there is some other analytical objects we have which will give you some functionalities, the alerts, like it is nothing but a your issue and change management along with the risk assessments. So it will do the risk assessments, and based on that it will give you some sort of an alerts. We have a issue and change management. The issue and change management, it is fully integrated with the financial plannings along with the any other, like maybe in projects maybe some escalations is going on and somebody was escalated. Okay, or maybe scheduling point of view or a cost point of view or some other document point of view, they have been escalated. So that may be you can do the some sort of prioritization, high, low, and you can assign the some roles and some who is the person for that. So he will going to monitor all those kind of things. So that is nothing but your issue and change management. So it will give you all transparencies. And in this also, if you wanted to give some authorization to your customers, okay, that is also possible. So this is some of the key features which you have in the SAP commercial and project management. Okay, so whenever you're going to talk about the SAP commercial project management, okay, then we have a three different products information. That is nothing but a project workspace. Okay, then project cost and financial planning, which is nothing but a financial plannings, and project issue and change management. So if you're going to implement this into the your any ERP system, at the time you can choose, like either you may be required only project financial plannings, or maybe you need only project workspace plannings, or maybe you need a project issue and change management. Based on that, you can pay the licenses. But now in S4HANA, you have to, by default, you have to take all these products, okay, and you have to pay the licenses. You can say advantage or a disadvantage, I don't know, but SAP has did like this. But all these functionalities is very useful because the workspace is nothing but we're going to discuss, but in terms of we're going to create a one master projects. In the project cost and revenue planning, you do the all your financial plannings along with the your forecastings. Then project issue and change management. So these are the different tools we have. Earlier, when we try to create these products, no, in ECP, there you have to create all the RFC connections and all. You have to activate the PC sets. So a lot of things we have to do. But when you're going to implement this EPPM, by default, all it will come. Only you have to pay just a license. Later on, if you have any third-party integration, then you can go with the any BTP platform or any PC connectors or CPI, or maybe you can derive any third-party connections also we have. From that also, you can derive the your data. You can synchronize the your data. So we're going to discuss what is a project workspace. So project workspace is nothing but a one tool where you're going to define all your master projects. Okay. So in that master projects, you're going to define all your bill of quantities. Okay. Later on, that bill of quantities has some schedulings along with your cost and financial planning you try to do. Okay, once it has been approved, then you can transfer that structure into your project systems. Okay, or if you have a project system that you can integrate with that. Okay, so that operational projects will be linked to that your master projects. And apart from that, in that we can do the various other parameters, like it can be any organization structural point of view, or maybe some reporting point of view. Based on your business requirement and the business roles, you can configure the system. I'll show you one. Okay, so this is a master project. It looks like this, like you're going to create a master project IDs, what is the descriptions and all, what is the stages for this. Okay, and you can provide some start and end date. Okay, and this is a structure. It will going to looks like this kind of a structure. Here you can also link with your networks and network activities also. We have those kind of requirements, or you can link with the only structures. So after that, there is a one more things will come. You're going to integrate with the your operational projects. It can be a PS projects, it can be a C projects, or it can be any Primavera projects and all. And these are the attributes where you're going to do the all your organization elements. Here you're going to link the organization elements. Okay, and this is the some reporting attributes based on your locations and all. So this is a configurable as per your business requirement. You can do that, and there is some KPIs. So 7 different KPIs we have based on your statuses, based on your financial plannings, based on that whatever the WIP calculations and all. So 7 different KPIs you can configure as per your business requirements. So these are nothing but your attributes, reporting attributes. So once you're going to execute, okay, so these are the different like in a projects like a consulting projects or a new consulting projects. So just I'm giving an example. So you can write it whatever the as a business requirement, and it will give you a risk assessments where exactly the requirement. So if you click on this KPI, so it will give you this kind of an information. If you click on the status, where exactly that status point of view. In the general data, it will give you this kind of an ethics. Like these are the project structures, or this is the high levels of your planning attribute, and these are the some analyticals, bar charts or a pie charts which you're going to configure. Okay, so here providing an integrated view. This is an integrated view. So if you click on this kind of an information, system will give you a sales relevance opportunities, sales order relevance, or a PS projects. Like these are the master project. This is nothing but a consulting projects, new consulting projects. These are the master projects. Under that, whichever the downstream system, maybe your project systems, maybe a sales orders in SD or a procurement, these you're going to interlink with that. So it will going to show you like this kind of an information. Okay. So some embedded analyticals reports, like as I said, there are the 7 different KPIs we have. Okay. So those KPIs you can configure in terms of an financial planning, statuses, your WIP calculations, and all. Okay. Configurable views. These are the nothing but your configurable as per your requirement. You can configure, and this is a role specific. So if my roles is specifically a logistic manager, so I can see only the product commercial parts or a procurement parts only. If my role is nothing but a finance relevant, so maybe finance relevant points of only I can see. So rest all I may not going to see on this projects. So like that role specific, you can assign those roles and you can give this reporting views to them. Similarly, you can do the some enhance the project management like a risk management, status based on reporting. Okay, checklist based on some sort of a checklist you can assign. These are the checklists has been performed, then you can go further. The checklist also you can assign to some sort of an milestones. Then rules based alert, some alerts we have, alert functionalities we have. So if I'm getting some these kind of things, I'll get some alerts with respect to that particular person or a rule who has been assigned to this entire this maybe entire project or maybe specifically WBSS wise or a network activities wise, he will get some sort of an notifications. So who is with the roles and responsibilities, reporting attributes. So all these are the configurables as per the your business requirement you can do. Then contract management enhancements like a billing plan managers or a billing cockpits. So these kind of a things also you can develop over here. So these are the general kind of things and the KPI related things. If you have something like especially pre-sales activities kind of things you want to do, and the pre-sales maybe have some different stakeholders and what is their status and all. So you can do some sort of an announcements if you have those kind of a requirement. And if you it can be managed with the simple whatever the standard SAP has given, that is also okay. Or else if you have maybe integrated with maybe a Salesforce, okay, that is also okay. So that Salesforce data will come and it will go to show you. So any doubts on this workspace planning?
Cockpit? Cockpit?
Billing cockpit, that is.
Yeah, what exactly is that?
Billing cockpit, like have you seen that Salesforce one?
No, I
Have you
haven't.
worked? Okay. In the Salesforce also there is a called a billing cockpit. Their entire your projects. Okay, what is the project, what is the cost, and what is the revenue planning? Everything will going to show you. There from there also you can do the some sort of a billings and all. Okay, pre-sales
What is the
activities
difference
along
between then commercial view, which we get in PWS, and billing cockpit?
WS.
In PWS, we get something called commercial view, right?
PWS. I'm not getting what is the PWS?
Project workspace. In
Ha,
workspace,
ha,
there is
ha,
something called commercial view, right?
ha, commercial views.
And, then you are saying billing cockpit. So what is the difference between that?
No, this is I'm saying the enhancements point of view.
Okay.
Okay, so if you have some people's know they'll try to do the some sort of enhancements. Okay, so the billing cockpit has a different type of things like approval mechanisms and all. From that also you can do those processes.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Any doubt on this?
What about this billing plan manager? Is it about milestone type of billing or periodic billing? What is this exactly?
No, he will be the for suppose like if it is in a different type of in a milestones, right? So milestones may have a different kind of in a persons. So those for suppose like this is a one WBS, there is one another WBS. Under this WBS maybe I have a two different stakeholders. Under that maybe a other two different stakeholders. So L1 has to approve, then L2 has to approve, then only I can raise the bill.
Okay, so workflow type of things are there here.
So if you work with the BRF plus or a flexible this one uh, workflows, there you can assign the different L1, L2, L3 like this kind of a thing, right? There the people will going to reduce and all because whatever the billing you going to raise to the customer, there should be something like an what you can say the pre-checks, correct? Or you can say pre-accounting documents so that you're going to display and you're going to show to the your end customer. If he's okay, then you're going to raise the bill to that. Otherwise he has like he might be saying like okay, this much of a bill will not going to raise by this month, or maybe this milestone has been achieved but I'm not going to pay this many things and all these quality checks each and everything will go like a lot of things will be happen on that. Based on that you're going to raise the bill. So those kind of things will come under your billing cockpit with respect to your different type of managers, including your internal as well as external approvals.
Okay, fine, Gina.
So this is an project financial planning. So in this project financial plannings, we're going to do the all sort of an project financial plannings along with the revenue plannings. Along with you going to do the some sort of an forecastings. So earlier, as we said, like high level estimation you try to do, then you the basic estimation. Under that, the bid structure you're going to create under your project financial plannings. After that, you're going to import the data. Okay, so now importing data is very crucial. Either it can be import the data from S4 or maybe if you have any third party systems, from that you're going to import. So here importing, let me go to here. Importing will come under the this BWIP. So BWIP is a one sort of an search engine. So what it will go to your respective maybe the financial in terms of any procurement. For suppose like with respect to the plant specific if you sorted, so some metals will come. So those material you're going to do the your procurement plannings along with maybe some Hava materials or maybe semi-finished goods materials or a finished goods material or raw materials. Along with that, maybe some other sort of in a plan, like travel expenses or maybe some other overhead kind of an expenses. Then you might be having some resources. So these resources may be if it is relevant to this particular family, maybe some engineering relevant. Okay, that is nothing but my project. Along that, there may be some structure. The product have a some structure. Maybe he's a senior engineer, junior engineer, like that. So that may we are going to create some activity types and all. So that will again it will come and link to our PWIP. So whenever you're going to implement this SAP CPM, okay, by default all these BWIP also will get be implemented. But you need some BWIP person. You're going to do some sort of a configuration into the backend. Okay, relevant to the your BW activities. Okay, so once he perform all these BW activities, okay, along with maybe if you need some other enhancements on that cubes, okay, so he will do those enhancements and all. Later on, whenever you going to call this with respect to that project now, it will going to open you this kind of an AO. So for that you have to install one AO, okay, analytical office into your system. So whenever you're going to click that plannings, okay, so it will going to open you this kind of an a tool for you. And wherever you want to do the financial plannings along with the your cost along with the revenue planning, you can do this. Then you do the calculation parts and everything will become over here. Once you save the system, then one dashboard will come under the dashboard with respect to that particular version, that version. Okay, all your data will going to save against to that particular WBS you can do or the network activity you can do or entire projects also you can do. It is up to the your bid structure, how the bid structure you are doing the distributions. Do not wanted to perform those kind of any things. From PS also you can pull the data and you can put the data. Or maybe if you have a Primavera you can do the ETC calculation, ESC calculation, roles based your cost and revenue plannings also can be do in the Primavera. So that type of any planning also you can do and you can pull those data. So it is up to the business based requirement how they wanted to perform. Later on, okay, once the contract and everything has been signed, that is nothing but my baseline. Later on, it may be some other plannings also come, but first initial plannings I can say that is my baseline. So baseline, if you want, you can do the some sort of a changes, or you can create a different versions for that. Maybe that version is 1, 2, 3 like that. Based on that, you can do the your financial transfers from your CPM project to the PS projects. Then you do the execution process. Once you do the execution process, whatever the actuals you're getting under single dashboard, you're going to see. Apart from that, you want to do the ETC calculation or ESC calculation. Based on that, you can do the your forecastings. Okay, so it can be an actual basis, whatever the actual data is coming from the your S4. From that you can do, or maybe based on the financial plannings, uh, uh, maybe for entire year, maybe this is from the September you done some sort of plannings on that. Based on that, maybe in November, December, based on your ETC and ESC calculation, system will give you the forecasting values in terms of your resources or maybe your procurement relevance and all. Okay. You can also link with this financial planning with your risk assessments and your change request. Whatever the SOW values I'm going to change, in this, as I said, no, that billing cockpit. So if my SOW is going to change, so in that some person was got approved, so that values also will going to come into your analyticals part. So whatever the forecasting, based on the forecasting, if the SOW is going to change, it will going to also show you what is the risk assessments and all. Getting, then you will get some sort of reports based on your plannings and as well as on actuals. Whatever the plannings you have been done, and whatever the actuals you are getting in terms of your costs and revenue, and that you can link with all your KPIs. There you will also going to calculate your WIPs. Okay, work in progress. So these are some basic key features, like you can calculate the ETC values or ESC values. Based on that, you can do the your financial forecastings. You can integrate with the change request, and you can do some sort of supplements on that. Okay, real-time monitorings and controllings. You can do the some project-based cash flow reports. Okay, and you can do the integration with this analytical office, which is nothing but our BWIPs. Okay, and there you're going to do the data modeling. So this data modeling is very important. Okay, based on this data modeling only, entire project cost and revenue planning is dependent, and based on that forecasting values also. So this data modeling is very important. So we need to understand what is the some key integration point of view in terms of an S4HANA ERP systems. Okay, it can be your PS, it can be your PBM, sorry, it can be your PP, it can be a PM, or it can be maybe directly you can integrate with the internal orders also. From that also, whatever the key integration point of view we have, that we're going to discuss. So any doubt on this project cost and revenue plannings?
Vinod,
Yeah.
you said like a BWIP is there, BW data modeling is there. So you will be teaching us all of these, like how to how to work with BWIP planning engine, and how to create a data model, how to see the data into BW code, right?
No, the codes and everything I can show you. Okay, whenever we going to install this, no, at the time BW person will do all the backend settings, backend configurations and all. But I can show you what are the data modelings we're going to use, what are the key library structures we're going to use, how you're going to check the logs, okay, whether the data is coming from that or not. That kind of information with the T code specific I can show you, because BWIP is nothing but entire vast area, and that will be taken care by the our BW peoples.
But you will cover like basic data modeling and all those, like
That
where
that
we
I
can.
can show. That I can show. What is the our registers for that? What are the models we have? Okay, how we going to fetch the data? That information I can show you. But backend configurations and all cubes configurations or a cube linkage and everything will be done by our BW.
Also, like, does it show budget as well, budget data, or only planning data?
That means where you wanted to do the budgeting. From SAC or from PS point of view, or in
In
our
S4 HANA, in S4, as you said, like we can transfer the data or import the data, right?
correct. But the budget means, like, see, the peoples will get
We do
confused.
budgeting, right? In CJ30, we do budgeting, C32, we
Ah,
release. Can you?
understand, but why we need the data to here?
Let me explain. Most of the time, it so happens. Everybody will agree with me. Whoever is they are working in PS, that we don't in CJ40 we do plan. Okay, if we do plan. Let's say we plan for 1 crore project, but in budgeting, when we go there, when we transfer the cost to budget, then in the budgeting we do a lot of revision. It could go to 120 crore or 1.5 crores or something like that. But we don't update the cost plan parallelly. We don't update the cost plan parallelly, right? Now what happens to that is there is a lot of difference between the budget and the plan, correct?
I do completely understand, but whenever we have implemented, I do agree whatever you're saying. But as per my understanding or in my consulting point of view, I always recommend to go with the cost plan. There should be some sort of an versions, right? So those versions only will transfer to your budget. You have to write a small piece of your one of the code. So based on that latest version, every month system will check and it will transfer that cost plan into your budgeting. Why? Because of cost planning. Because entire my POC calculation, WAB calculations, your result analysis, everything will depend on the your cost plan, right? If the people will directly go and do the budget plannings there, correct? So there will be the implications of my WAB calculations, because everything my if I am going to run the result analysis, the cost planning is very important,
Absolutely,
correct?
absolutely. So
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 that's
the
the
discipline has to
reason.
be there. The discipline has to be there. If you want the WIP and all those kind of result analysis and everything, then you have to update the cost planning parallel to budgeting, right?
Right. So that's the reason what I was giving the solutions to every my customers. He will write a small piece of program. Okay, what the piece of program? Every month system will check whenever the new version is coming or the data has been changed into my cost plan. So automatically based on that version, it will go and put the data into, or it will be supplement or maybe transfer the data into the your budget.
Okay, okay, okay. And
Otherwise,
yeah,
it will be very difficult to analyze this POC calculations and result analysis.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, tell me one more thing. Uh, can we plan in CJ40? Can we plan in CJ40 and move the planning data to CPM, import it from there? Because we do basically in CJ40, right?
No, no, CJ40 you try to do, that is a hierarchical based cost planning. Okay.
Right.
But that hierarchy based cost planning doesn't have any GS. To transfer the data from CPM to PS or PS to CPM, you should need a one GL account for that. So either you can
Okay.
do the detail level cost planning or easy cost planning or CJR2 based cost planning. Okay, then you can transfer the data. Even if you're transferring the data from your CPM to PS, it will not go and sit to the CJ40. You can go and check to the CJR2 or maybe detail level cost planning or maybe easy cost plannings.
Okay. So unit costing will do, right? DPO, base planning object.
Unit cost plannings also you can do, but that is all you're doing under the your PS projects. From PS projects, you're transferring data to your CPM. The financial planning you are doing from
Mm-hmm.
PS to CPM. I am saying CPM to PS because of that's the reason we are taking all this analytical office and all, right. PS doesn't have that much of a flexibility as compared to your CPM projects. You can do the all the data modeling as per the your business requirement. You can do the all sort of any calculations and all. Correct. If everything I can do under the PS projects only, then why I need this CPM project?
And whatever planning we do in CPM, basically whatever planning we do in PS, we are able to see in all the SLR reports, right? Whether
That
it
we
is
can see.
3542, whether 3558, we can see that. So same thing we can do for CPM also. When we planning in CPM and we
Hmm.
transfer the data to PS, can we see in all these reports as well?
Yeah, we can see. No?
Okay, we should be able to see, right?
Yeah, we can able to see along with the if you have some BW queries if you return. As I said,
Uh-huh.
like no, there are some standard analytical reports we have based on the bar charts and pie charts. We can see You can see that.
The data will be reflected in SLR 3558 report. It will be showing that in the planning column, right?
No, I'm not getting, like, you're talking on the PS projects or CPM projects.
I'm saying I planned in CPM, transferred to PS.
Hmm.
Okay, so when I transfer to PS, so it will store in some table in S4HANA, right?
Correct. Whatever the data you're going to send from CPM to PS or PS to CPM, everything will come under your SLR reports as well as the your line item based reports.
It can be seen in the SE16 table as well, right?
Yes, you can see SE DOCA P.
16 table, I can go to COSP table or COSS table, I can see there, right?
USP tables and all are the old classical tables. Why you wanted to go and check? You can go and check to the SE DOCA P table, right?
Right. I mean to say that only, like, obviously the tables are still existing, right? Though
Still
SE docker is
existing.
there,
That is
but the
other
table is still existing.
classical tables. So nobody is referring. If you want, you can also refer. I
Okay, okay.
understand your queries. Yeah.
Got it, got it.
One question, one quick question, Vinod. How this
Please.
CPM and PPM is connected?
So last time, if you remember, when we tried to creating a projects, right? There is a one PS projects is creating, then
Yes.
C projects get created. Similarly, the same fashion, CPM projects will get created. From CPM projects, you can integrate with either a C projects or a PS projects.
If we create with the C project, then that will be linked with the PPM.
So once you put that ID over into the your PPM item, right? So the PPM items will going to create a one portfolio project. From that, automatically on a background, this CPM project will get created. Based on that, you can either integrate with the C projects or maybe PS projects or Primavera projects or MS projects. MS
Yeah.
projects are the only for scheduling point of view, but Primavera projects somehow you can do some sort of any financial calculations.
So that part you will cover during training, Vinod?
Yeah, we're going to cover, no? Primavera, you say?
No, no. With PPM, with PPN and CPN, and then with that PS, with that part.
PPM and CPM integration point of view, I can tell, but entire configurations and everything, we have to do a lot of exercise for that. I think you have already learned, right? Last time we have discussed this
Yeah,
points.
yeah,
So it
yeah.
is the same way. Instead of creating PS projects, we have to link with the template. The template is nothing but your CPM projects. Automatically, system will create that CPM projects. Still, if you get some issues and all, we can discuss. That is not any problem.
Okay, okay.
From
You are saying that from that we can directly create either C project or PS project or CPM project.
CPM projects, yes.
Okay, fine. Understood. Understood.
Template. You have to create this master project one template. You have to
Okay,
assign one. That's it.
understood. Understood.
Rest
You know,
all the everything.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
please come.
Yeah, you're please saying something.
Yes. So basically, I wanted to know one more thing. Like, can we upload any data to in CPM side? Upload planning data to CPM side, because at time of migration, let's say, like, there are lots of project in PS which is already running, or lots of legacy projects are there which they want to bring into SAP CPM. So are they going to create one by one? They're going to create the billing plan, or they can upload the billing plan directly on the CPM side?
Yeah, they have a functionality and uploading standard functionality. We have. If you want, you can use that functionality, or else you can write a piece of code. If
Okay,
it is
they
in
are standard
use,
functionality to upload data in CPM, right?
yeah, CPM as well as the PS and PPM.
Okay. In PS, I remember there is a CJR2 is there, but otherwise we have to create a, like, a program, VDC program, to do that. So in CPM, you are
No,
saying
no,
it is
no. In
default
S4
available.
HANA, standard SAP has given a lot of functionalities. If you can type like CN mask create, from that you
Yeah.
get a complete one template. You can upload your data and system will create. projects
TN must
W
create will
based.
create the structure, right?
Structure will create. Then there is a
I'm not asking
financial
about
plan.
creating of structure. I'm asking about uploading of planning data, like planning data in the sense structure and the cost plan, the values. Like
There
I'll do the in Excel. I'll create
in
an Excel sheet.
in
I will give data.
migration cockpit, in Fury migration cockpit, you will get the template. From that you can upload the data. But that
Okay.
is all the
Okay, fine.
standard functionalities. If you have a something Z kind of anything, then that is not possible.
Okay. But I have Fury migration cockpit. I can do that, right? You say.
Yeah, Fury migration cockpit, you can do that.
Okay. Fine. Fine.
Then we have a different tool which is called a project issue and change management. So in this, basically, you're going to application will going to allow you to identify the document and you're going to communicate or track the issue and change management. For suppose like maybe the project is going on, under that maybe you find someone has find some change on that, or maybe there is some issue on that, maybe scheduling point of view or a financial point of view, any kind of a thing. So you can create a one change management. Okay, under that you're going to assign to the some person, okay, who is the authorized person for that, and he will going to monitor all those things. It can be internal, it can be an external also. Okay, it can be any vendor or it can be your customer. So once he is going to approve, then you're going to close that issue. So that can be linked directly to your financial documents also. If any SOW is going to change, so instead of creating a different kind of cockpits and all, you can go and create a one issue and change management on that. And based on that, you can assign the some documents. Okay, you can communicate with this, and you can track those issues. It can be prioritized, like it can be high, medium, low, like that. You can prioritize based on the system will give you some sort of an alert messages on that. So as I said, it can be approval by the either your customer or maybe a vendor or maybe your internet, any other stakeholders, like, your prior to the managers who else maybe that. Right? Like this kind of one tools will going to come, like issue and change managements. Okay, there what how many issues you have been resolved, how many issues still pending. Okay, like this kind of some bar and pie charts will going to come. And as I said, the approval process will be good. So here, what is that you can attach whatever the issue documents you are facing. Okay, it is relevant for the all your project SOWs or anything like scheduling kind of an. It is not like that kind of an a CR kind of a. Don't imagine it will be a CR kind of a things. Okay, it will be anything like your project relevant. That particular projects may be some issue, and you are escalating that issue. Maybe scheduling costs, budgets, or maybe actual postings, whatever it may be. That relevant only, and you can log those issues, and based on that you're going to assign. It can be linked to your sales order, maybe WBSS, like that. Based on that you're going to assign some partners on that. It can be project managers or maybe logistic manager or team managers, like that. You can assign some roles on that. Then this is the change request. Okay, you're going to check the document histories and all. You can collect all the change requests. Okay, maybe if I am the project manager, I'll going to collect all the relevant projects. Okay, maybe one or two projects I'm working, and I'm going to collect all those change requests, and I'm going to put this data. Then your activity managements. Okay, in that you're going to link with your one sort of an activity. Activity is nothing but a task, or you can provide the checklist over there. So based on that he can do the your activities. Okay, then as I said, like approval process, it can be internal or it can be an external approvals. Okay, then integration with the financial plannings. Okay, based on this, if any SOW relevant financial value is going to change, I'm going to link with that with my financial plannings, so that it will give me some alert messages and all. Based on that you can take a decisions, and you can assign to the particular persons, and once he is going to approve or reject, based on that you can take the sort of an enhancement reports and all. It will going to show you like these are the pending, these has been approved, these has maybe a rejected one. So that can be useful for the your higher managements or maybe some of the stakeholders going to review this. So in PPM we have a review management, but here instead of the review managements, we can say it is an issue and change management review processes.
What is this exactly? Activity management?
Activities management is nothing but your task managers. Checklist kind of in a manager. You're going to create a uh, one assignments it is going to show you one sort of a link, and there you're going to write what exactly this activity, that
This is
issue.
related that is related to some network activity types of things.
No, that is a different, that is not one. For suppose like you're working as in a scheduling manager, okay, and you feel
Okay.
some scheduling has some issue. So that
Okay.
scheduling is, and you're going to create a one activity, okay,
Okay.
or a task, and that you're going to assign that respect to person, okay, whoever the person is going to work on this one, and based on that why it is getting that problem, and he will going to review and he'll going to assess that risk, and he'll going to resolve that risk.
Okay. Fine.
It's a financial relevant problem, so you're going to write a one financial relevant activity, and you're going to assign that partner on that, like that.
Fine. Fine.
It is kind of in a
I-
register, yeah.
Is this related to Solman or something like that?
That's what I
Because you
said.
see
No,
like collective change request, like yeah,
no, Soulman is completely different. That is relevant for the your ERPs if you are getting some problems and all. I am saying it is only for that particular projects you are getting some problem.
okay, okay.
Okay, so
And you
you're
said
going
like
to,
integration with financial planning when we say like, does it auto update the cost plan in CPM?
no, it will not going to update. For suppose like maybe you've done some financial planning as a once year, and you're getting
Yeah,
some alerts, correct?
right,
SOW is getting change. So that
right.
SOW if you're going to change, then you should be assigned to some person why it is going to change and what basis you're going to change, who is going to approve, whatever the things like.
Right.
So those kind of informations will going to come.
Okay, so I can estimate, can I estimate the cost as well? Like, okay, this change in SOW will cost me 20 lakh rupees. So I can
So
give a
that
breakup also, right?
20 lakh rupees, okay, you done the registered. Somewhere you have just written, okay, because of this I'm getting some issue. You are assigning that to the financial manager. The
Okay,
financial managers will do the all sort of any changes, okay, that you're going to integrate over here. And I am the risk manager or this risk registered one. And I'm going to say, okay, it has been approved. Then it has been resolved.
it will not be a part of the total cost plan, right? It will not be a part of the total cost. Total cost plan will still be 1 crore rupees.
So my SOW value got changed, right?
Okay, he will go and manually change it. It will not automatically update. If my estimation is 20 lakh rupees, it is increased by 20 lakh rupees, it will not update the cost plan. I will go and manually update that.
Still I'm not getting, manually means I'm not
I'm also
getting.
not getting. Okay, so the initial cost plan was 1 crore rupees. Okay, 6 months the project went on. Then it was found that there is a cost which is upcoming for 20 lakh rupees, and we have to increase our budget for that.
So based on your forecasting value, right?
Based on the forecasting or based on like what we are looking at the challenges, maybe
So you
some
got one
cost is
alert.
increased.
So you got one alert. Key, whatever the values you have once year, based on that you're
Uh-huh.
getting an extra 20 or 30 lakhs. That is you got one
Correct.
alert. So alert means
Right.
I am the project manager. I take that alert.
Right.
I will assign to you. Key boss, why you getting this alerts, and can you please go and check for this? You'll go
Right.
and see key, why because of this forecasting value is getting some changes. If some
Right.
people are saying no, this has to be come like extra 20 lakhs has to be done. So 20
Right.
lakhs has to be the enter somewhere, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So based on the forecasting, if you were to say automatically, system can do that process. But the problem will be there, like if until and unless somebody has not approved, it has to know, it has to not go and approve that value for that. So you have to write a piece of code for like that. Otherwise, someone has to go and change that value. Then I, as the project manager, I will see, okay, now this risk has been mitigated, it done. Then I'll put as a closed or approved by the maybe my senior managers or maybe the other stakeholders. The change management has given to the your customer.
After the approval, let's say you saw a risk, the
Mm.
risk was registered,
Mm.
and estimate of 20 lakh was done, and finally the project manager and the client both approved it. Okay.
Yes, um,
Now that 20 lakh rupees has to be added to the cost plan. Correct?
that will be already added, right?
In the cost plan, it is not added. It has just been estimated. After the approval, I will add to the cost plan. Correct?
Is also feasible you can do, or we done the three different kind of things like L1, L2 has been approved. Okay, L1 is my customer, L2 is my project manager, L3 is a delivery manager. So
Right.
once the L1 and L2 has been approved, L1, sorry, customer has been first has to approve. Okay, then the project manager has approved, then my delivery manager has approved. Once he is done approved, I'll close that issue.
You close that issue. But what happened to that 20 lakh rupees? It
It
has
has
to
been
be now.
updated. It has been already updated, right? Customer and project manager both are in sync.
Yeah, yeah. So, so manually you need to go and update the cost plan, right? That's what my question is.
That is what I'm saying. If you do not want to do those kind of process, automatically system will update. Correct? Without any maker checker, system will go and update that value. But that value, is it right or wrong? Who will going to justify? Someone
No,
has to
I am saying, will it automatically do or manually do? That's my question.
manually, manually.
Manually, I have to do it manually, right?
Correct.
That's the thing. Now you also said that I can create a program, right?
You can create a one small program, and based on that, maker checker has to do. System will go like it will similar kind of your PO value will come to your dashboard or your mail. Once you're going
Correct.
to approve, then that value going to change, right?
Right. Right. I understood that
Similarly.
part. My question is again that when you say write a program, so do I need to write a ABAP program, Fury program, or NWBC program, just like you said? Could
Which
be an ABAP
program?
or a Fury.
Why Fury program will come here?
ABAP program will come here, right?
Web program only you have to write.
Because I like somebody was saying like because the CPM's NWBC works in WebInfo, which is completely different from ABAP, right?
No, no. Web Pro is not completely different from. We have a three different. Either you can do based on your Web Pro or a Lumira applications, or maybe your AO analytical office. But all three are backend supported by the BW only.
Okay.
So what I will do, I will take that value, I'll put it into some table, okay, and I will
Okay.
pass on to my L1, L2 manager. If L1 and L2 manager has been said okay, then automatically this value will go and sit to the my BW cubes in that
It will be
particular
all done
cost
in
plan.
ABAP. It will all be done in ABAP only, right?
ABAP only because
And
of
it will be
all
pushed from
approval.
ABAP. It will be pushed from ABAP to BW object, right? It will
Program
be
has
pushed.
to write in your ABAP only because
Okay.
your BW queries will not going to resolve this one, right? The Fury
Right.
applications and all.
Right.
BW will take the data from the your table itself only. So you have to store somewhere in the backend table. Once
Okay.
the project manager or a customer has been approved, you take the data and you have to pass
Okay.
the data into BW queues.
Okay. 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 Fine. Got it.
Then this is an end-to-end, like wherever you're going to pass this, like is a typical project management cycle. First you're going to do the planning, then you executing, monitoring, and you scaling the projects. So here some of the setups, like where you can use this. Like if it is a bid estimations, you can do the CPM financial plannings. If it is in a project setups kind of anything, you're going to use the CPM workspace along with the financial planning, which is nothing but your reporting point of view. Okay. Further, like if you want to do some forecasting, you can do this CPM financial plannings. Okay. If there is an issue in change management or a risk management, you're going to link with your CPM issue and change management. If you wanted to calculate your WIPs and all, then again that is also come under your workplace along with the your financial plannings. If you want to do some controllings and reporting point of view, bar charts and pie charts, then you can go with this CPM workspace. This is a very high level information which I am going to try to show you. So any further questions and doubts we have?
But do we have integration with employee like HR as well?
We have it, right?
We have integration with HR as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. So HR timelines and everything will be updated here, or what exactly?
Chat
How like
timelines means I'm not getting employee
the
centers
cats,
only have it.
cats,
Tax
cat, CATS.
cat. Yes, cats we have.
So that data will be integrated to here.
CPM we can integrate for that.
Okay. So
Backend PS only
those
will
will be the
going to
part of the
work.
course. Those will be the part of the course, right?
That will be part of course.
We will also looking into forecasting and like estimation, all those bringing actuals and doing forecastings. Those scenarios will be discussed and detailed training will be there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So progress analysis and how progress analysis works. Because see, what I understand, I'm telling you why I am asking you this question is because CPM. When we talk about CPM doesn't work on its own. CPM works with BW, CPM works with HR, CPM works with PS. Now, what happens that sometimes the trainer says that okay, this part is covered in PS. Okay, so and this is a CPM class, so we won't be able to the configuration is not done or in PS, so it won't be able to show in CPM, or there are issues, there are issues of connectivity or some issues are there and they bypass, and sometimes the issues which come during training, they are not resolved by they are resolved in a backend. It is not like I'm not able to see how you resolved it. Now that causes a gap that says like, okay, if I encounter that issue, how will I solve that? I also can encounter the same issue as you are encountering, right? But you are an expert, I am not an expert, but still should be able to know that how to resolve those issues. If progress analysis is somewhere in PS, then we have to, if it's needed to configure, we will configure, and those results data has to be shown in the CPM. If WIP has to be configured into PS, it has to be configured, and the scenario has to be made in such a way, the case study has to be made in such a way that I will be able to see that data into my CPM. Are you getting what I meant?
I do understand. Yeah.
Because if those are not there, then obviously it is very easy to say, "Arey, like that there is no data there. How will I show this? Or this is not configured pretty well. How will I show this? Okay, I will show you in the next class." And the next class never comes. I'm telling you, I have seen other trainers also. The next class never comes, and the gap is always there. So I'm very very about those kind of situation.
Understand. Understand.
So do you
Any?
assure me that these things will now not happen and we will get a complete end-to-end implementation scenarios?
Yeah, we're going to see one end-to-end implementations only.
Okay, okay. And the server like where we will practice, or will it be completely configured with BWIP and all those things like, or how they will be?
Yeah, the PW people will going to configure it. And I think it is a new server. Okay, completely a
Okay,
new server. It is a raw data. So data was not there. So
okay,
the people will going to set and they're going to work on this like your BWIPs along with the HR relevant, your finance relevant. Every data has to be the configured. Some time will
correct, correct.
taken
So that
there,
that will be
but
done. That will be done at the back end by you only, and then the training will start. Like when we will get the server to work on, we will be like having this data ready, right?
correct.
Okay, okay. So you will be also giving us the server like where we can practice.
Naveen will provide you server. I don't
Definitely,
have it.
definitely. The team. I'm
So
talking about the team. Yeah.
team will provide you the server.
Okay. 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 So that's good.
So
Acha,
any
do we have any planning cube? Like I have heard about, like when we talk about CPM, it's mostly about reading the data from the cubes or reading the data from the HANA views. Do we have anything like where we can upload data in the HANA view or upload the data into planning cube so that it shows in CPM? Upload means like manually upload by uploading via flat file or via Excel sheet. Do we have that? Something like that?
that is all a migration relevant you're asking. I'm not going to
Migration
cover
related.
the
Migration related.
migration relevant, right? Migration
So we will
relevant
cover
data
that
is
topic also, right? We will cover those topics as well.
migration is a very huge topic. So I can tell you these are the tools. From that you can go and create your tools, correct? But migration relevant data, entire thing, if you're asking me like in a one greenfield implementation or a brownfield implementation, with respect to the 20 to 25 hours, it's very difficult. In that case, it will be a 6 months training.
At least 1 or 2 days we can dedicate on that if it is
For
possible.
migration, it is not possible in 1 or 2 days. It will be taking a 45 days to me to cover. Even my projects, one of the projects, US projects I am working, okay,
Mm.
still it is not yet done.
Okay, okay, okay.
Correct? Because the BW's person, no, he has to align with us. Basic thing we can tell, but the thing is, if you have a huge data, correct? Based on that, you have to configure entire thing into the BW part. So one dedicated team should be there for that migration relevant activities in terms of any BW process. I have a 6 people working under me for this BWIP.
Okay, 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 okay. Got it.
Global rollout projects is going on. So
Mhm.
45 days, still 45 days is going on. Still there is a lot of master data which we are doing on the back end. That is okay. So migration relevant data I cannot cover. That is very clear. Nobody can cover.
Okay,
Correct. You can tell key, okay, this is a migration suite. From that you can do that upload functionalities, whatever the standard SAP has given. From that you
mm,
can do that upload functionalities.
okay,
Correct. On backend, how the data is pulling, how the BW means, that is a completely, you need a BW person for that. And he can train you, okay, from BW to these are the data is picking, it is passing the data like this, you have to run these queries, it will pass these queries, right?
okay, okay. So one more thing, like if suppose any development is required, how do we know from the screen that this screen needs to be affected or this how the FS has to be written so that the developer can develop and integrate in the CPM. So those will be covered at least, right?
No, I'm not getting, see, training
Yeah.
relevant activities I can cover. If you are asking me the enhancements,
No,
how I'm going to
I
write
am not
the
talking about
FS
what you
and
will write in the enhancement. I'm talking about like
all.
how to begin the
See,
enhancement, how to
it
write a
is
FS.
it is very basic thing. Like if you are a senior person, like a PS or a PPM or a CPM person, they already know what exactly we're going to write in a FS. What is a
No,
TS?
you're
What is
not
a
getting my
functional
point.
space?
See, the thing is that CPM is a completely different screen than S4HANA. You do agree or not? It's a
No,
different screen, right? One
means
thing is
means
running on web and one thing is running on the ERP SAP log on GUI.
no. Completely is all on the Fury screens only. It's a WebTime Pro, but on the back end, it is running on the your Fury screens only. If you wanted to do some series screens enhancements, or if you wanted to add some fields on that, it will be a part of your Fury only.
If I want to add an extra tab, extra like a collapsible accordion, collapsible box in the project workspace place.
That is possible. That is all possible. You have to do the enhancements
That's
for
what I'm
that.
saying. So I will do that in ABAP, or I have to write something else. I have to tell the ABAPer, right? I have to tell the person who's developing it that this is how you have to do it, right? So what
You have to
screen he
give
will
the
use it?
you have to give the some coding. You have to give the some tables. You have to pick the tables, or you are writing on a screen enhancements or the baddies you are writing. I'm not sure, right? There are some predefined and baddies is available. Okay, you have to tell to your the person who was going to write the piece of code,
I think I
right?
think like those things are clear to me. अरे सर मैं क्या बोलूं like वो दिखने के लिए जो चाहिए ना the front end those everything
Front
has
end,
to be the back end.
how you are expecting I have to write a piece of code on that?
दिखेगा कैसे मेरे को वो जो बॉक्स है वो कहाँ दिखेगा वे वो दिखेगा तो फ्रंट एंड में ना सर तो वो
Is
दिखने
what
के
I'm
लिए अपने को जो
saying.
ब्राउज़र है
It
उसके
will
अंदर
going
डालना
to
पड़ेगा
show
ना।
you on a front end, but you
ओके।
have to tell to your developer,
हुँ,
these are the table or these are the value from
से
that
डेटा
you
ले
have to
आया वो।
you have to
He
get the
brought all the
data.
data, we tested it in
Uh,
the in SE38 everything. Now
uh,
we are need to configure, now we need to show to the user. User को SE38 में we can't show, right? We need to show
See,
on
you
the
have to. I think
page,
basics you
web
are
page.
missing. You have
Yeah,
to
tell me.
first get the some basics. Writing in the program that is okay, but in the screen level, whatever you are doing in the WebDime Pro or maybe Fury Screen, you have to call that OData services.
Data service. That's what exactly I was asking. Like,
So how you
okay,
are expecting OData services? I'm going to call CDS view. You have to write. You have to get the
okay,
data. You have to put the data right.
okay. Okay. So O data services and CDS view I have used it. Okay. So I have the same thing I have to need to communicate to the person like the
So you
FFS.
have to write the FS in that case. These are
Okay.
the tables, okay,
Mm-hmm.
or these are the baddies, and after
Okay.
that you have to call the source data services so that in
Okay.
Fury speak that particular tab will get open, and he has to put the data or he will get the some screen level validations.
Okay. Okay. Now I understand. Fine. Fine. So when are we going to start it? This course?
That we can discuss maybe on a Monday. We can start.
Any fast tracking course is there or like full time, like on weekdays or weekends? How it will be?
I would prefer alternate days.
Okay.
Monday,
Like in
Wednesday,
the
and
night?
Friday.
In the night?
Night, yeah, 7 p.m. or maybe a morning, 7:30 p.m. or 8 p.m. Then or else the morning.
Evening would be better. Morning are not better for me. Evenings are better for me.
So not only for you, maybe the other participant who are going to take, right? We have to collaboratively think like whichever time.
Everybody. Or we
Uh,
can do every Saturday, Sunday also. Like if it is feasible, like long hours on Saturday, Sunday, 4 hours at a stretch. If it can be
uh,
possible.
no, Saturday, Sunday is not possible for me because I have to take some time with my family. So it's
Okay.
not possible. If it isn't possible, I would tell. If any class was missed, thing
Mhm.
like that has happened, then we can cover on Saturday most probably, but not on Sundays.
Okay.
We can decide the whatever is our
Okay.
schedulings. Based on that, we can think about that. So you can
Got it.
give the feedback to the Naveen. If you all are okay, then we can proceed further. We can discuss the which is the timelines is suitable to all of you, and based on that, we can think.
Okay.
So
Okay.
any other question like Amrit and I think I forgot. What's his name?
Narayan.
Narayan, right? Narayan is nothing but Amrit. And apart from that, maybe who is that? One more.
No,
You
there is
always,
Narayan Rao also.
yeah, Narayan Rao.
Yes, sir. What I suggest is, can you share the syllabus instead of the discussion? If you share the syllabus, that will be better for everybody.
Yeah, Narayan, it's already there in the website. I'll cross send you the link again. Okay.
Please pass on that link to us.
Sure, Narayan. Yeah.
How many days course it is? Like,
For
It
syllabus.
is
yeah.
25 hours, 20 to 25 hours. Okay, so
Okay.
we can think daily, like alternately 1.5 hours to 2 hours.
Okay. So it will be covered like around 30 days. It will be done, right?
You can mention like 25 days to 30 days.
Okay. Okay. Fine. And what will be the cost and everything? Do I need to discuss separately with Naveen?
You can discuss with them.
Yeah, we'll come back to you on that. Yeah.
Okay, Naveen. Okay. Let's talk then.
Yeah. So any other further questions you have for the Narayan or Sunil?
No.
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so Have a nice day. Then we can.
Thanks for the demo.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you.
everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.